Okay, nothing is happening yet. Gandang lighting eh.
Tang, go ahead na Tang. Live ka na. Pwede.
Okay, magandang gabi. Good evening, everybody. Maybe this is my first time and I don't know how and what to do. In my days, kagaya ng topic natin, noon at sa ngayon. Noon, I was at the college and we were teaching about broadcasting and we were remember that there was no wireless. We have on the whole stage we have only one microphone and when the show is on, when you move out, you will be having conversation. But when you move out, you lose your voice, and the audience will be alive to be laughing at you. So, since the microphone is one, and sometimes we put a hanging microphone, so when somebody speak in one corner, you have to pull the mic, and then sometimes disaster happen. And the good one will be when you are about to speak and the mic will drop. And so you have a good audience participation with a wide laugh at all. So, but then this show must go on, and we have until we reach to the stage that sa ngayon, everything is just in the fingertips. You don't even know that you are in the audience, or you could be speaking to nobody and everybody is listening to you. So back to the subject that since there's the specific topic on it, I would like to suggest that because the very interesting one is that there is nobody important in this world but yourself. Likewise, it is saying us, the most beautiful woman is my wife, which is Stephen Moren could attest to that. You agree or not, but his wife is the most beautiful to him. And so likewise, this any subject that I would be talking about will not interest you. But I would like the audience participation. What subject would you like to talk about? Politics, religion, civic, economics, anything goes. Anything goes in this subject because we are tied up inside the house, but we could always make use of ourselves, our time, like this opportunity given by the TV Pinoy, the Radio Pinoy by Mandy and Jonathan. So, this is my first time. I'm inviting the audience, your participation. What do you want? Because for me, what I want is speak about economics or especially our local politics, which will be very interesting. But maybe not all of you will be interested in that. So I will be getting fed from you. Your best interest will be the subject at the next show we will have, if there will be. And hopefully this Monday will be generous and Jonathan to this opportunity to everybody, since he could give an opportunity to me to speak about yourself and myself. Maybe they will give you and me another chance to project and to focus needed to the needs of our community, especially this coming disaster of flood and typhoons in the Philippines. Who is really benefiting? Because any disaster, somebody has to benefit. I was there when Tal volcano erupted. I saw several truckloads of rice going to Taal, but it was stopped by some uh, emergency government or whatever. I don't know exactly that why they were not informed that they are giving away the rice to these victims of earthquake and Taal. So it so happened again this uh, pandemic that I was stuck up in Iloilo for 6 months. The government is giving aid, but actually mostly civic organizations, especially the NGOs. So, okay, maybe the front runners are the medias like this ABS-CBN and other popular TV shows and government officials and celebrities. So this is the very thing that I would like you to speak up, because if nobody cares about it, like our followers, for example, you cannot just be talking outside and not confronting the officers what you need. So let's get together. There's nothing wrong with that because it only shows that you are concerned. So the moderator could just make me signal when it's time up. But if you just
Yes,
like anybody else,
happy birthday, Tata Bert.
oh, thank you. Birthday. Speaking of birthday, maybe
How
I'm
old are you
only
now?
86. I'm only 86. Stepping up to 87. But I feel like I was 25 because I could walk. I could back and forth from Isabela to Plaza Codrones and back with groceries almost every day with the permits. In
Yeah,
fact, I could
meron
share that.
tayong bumati rito ng happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tata Bert. Cheers for the 86 milestone from La Esperanza Bien, Bien Teres. Oh, sabihin mo shout out. Yan, basahin mo to. Happy birthday,
Oh, thank
Tata Bert.
you. Any any sensible greetings will be added to the milestone and added years to my existence, because maybe I still have to serve longer, because when your time is up you are gone because your mission is over. For me, maybe I have lots of things to do first, because I have to share whatever I don't have and have, and to thank God more of what I have and what will be have. So thank you, and have me and you the best of everything that God shared us to us. The most important thing for your cheerful existence and peaceful mind is to be thankful, that be contented, because anything you don't have is not for you, because your mission is already uh, predestined, which is nobody would believe that, because if predestination really is true, why struggle? Why did? Because if somebody would say, forecast that you will be a millionaire, do you think so if you will not buy your ticket? So game of chance maybe is just a chance, but never rely on it. The most important thing is be happy and Be contented and be thankful every day. And when you wake up, it's a new day and it's a good blessing, and you have to start performing your duty while you are here on earth. It is very interesting to know that God is always with us and always watching us and guiding us to every struggles that we encounter. It is very helpful because without your guidance, I think you will be worrying too much because you don't trust yourself. You are blaming somebody. Believe me, what you it's you who makes you. Life is what we make, according to Longfellow, and it is really we cannot rely on others that we what we should not be. We have to make our own life, like being healthy. You cannot just rely on medication. Medication will kill you. Medicine will kill you. Actually, yes, because during those days and without the medicine, people still survive. But of course, because of the modern life, the modern activities, and modern uh, media or medication or food, everything is intoxicated, and we have to be careful. Consulting the doctor may be good, but some people would say that doctor will just make you survive for a moment, actually for alleviation or temporarily, or the medication will only just a relief, temporary. So there is no medication for cure because nobody will say the doctor will say this is good, this will cure you. No one will do that. Not even an albularyo, which is the very basic doctor in our life. But modern life, so we have to adjust to the modern situation. Before there was no COVID, there was no pandemic. It's a modern. Everything has to be. There will be always new. Flooding was very seldom happen, but now it's a occurrence. It's expected every year. It's a routine already. So that means because God also has given us the talent and the ability to survive because there is given us the power of creation, the power of invention, the power of discovery. Speaking of discovery, we could always go back to history, which we will not believe in, but but it is written. Just like, for example, the when they say that civilization started in the Middle East, which cannot be proven solely because whatever the facts that they would provide is also existing all over the world. So who is right? The only thing that this Western could claim because they have the only written documents. In other continent, there was no written uh, proof that it was made or discovered or existed. Just like, for example, Philippines. How could you discover the Philippines when it's already so many merchants have already passed through, like the Mongols and the barbarians? So were already there before the Spanish came. I could only say discovery like medicine, like any science, but not local and land that has to be discovered because it's there already. Besides, it's already inhabited. But I think it's getting boring. And even myself getting bored. But one thing I would like you to make alive because you love to speak of yourself.
Imbitahin mo
So
yung
let's hear it
mga
from you.
viewers natin na umakyat sila at makausap mo sila kung may tanong sila.
That's what
Imbitahin mo
the
sila.
invitation for. I'm inviting the audience or whoever want to share their views and experiences because that is the purpose of living. You cannot just be too passive because I would like we are here in inhabitants of Canada. We enjoy the privileges and the comforts that the government has given us. It is also our duty to participate in actively join the the activities of the government, like paying our taxes, like uh, uh, do our duty and oblige and vote during elections and express our views to for the improvement of political and economy of the nations like Canada, which is
Tata,
very generous to us.
ayan may tanong si La Esperanza.
Yes,
Tata Bert, what is your secret in life, way of life of reaching this far and
oh,
still like 25?
actually, it is not a secret. The longevity of a person will all depends on how he takes care of himself. And most of all, the important thing is don't worry, be happy. And worries because why people are worried, why people are not satisfied. So that makes them uh, sick and worried all the time and probably kill themselves or uh, heart attack. But the best thing is be accept who you are because climbing to the highest tip of the mountain just to be rich is that will not solve you. That makes you happy because name one millionaire who would say, I have enough. This is good already for me." Never, not one. Because when you have a million, you need 10 million, you need 100 millions, and so on and so forth. Just like our local politicians. When they have tested to be officials, why they have to come back? They serve already. Why? Because they don't believe that only them who could run the community good or something else. Why? Why you have to be there all the time? You don't trust other people to be running the community. So that is the question why they are not happy. And they will get sick soon. Important thing, accept who you are, be contented of what you have. It is your duty to strive. Yes, because when God created you for a purpose. That means if you have a talent of being a scientist or an actor, you have to perform. You have to do your duty because you will be responsible to your creator. You are not here as like a robot to be dictated to be manipulated. You have given an intelligent mind. So you will be responsible if you have the talent and you don't perform for the good of the humanity. Likewise, when you have the millions, you have enough, but you are so greedy, I will not say that you will not be responsible. You will be responsible. But who believes in that? So the important thing is yourself. Okay. Why am I worried? What if I have a million today? Will I be happy? No one was happy because if you have 1 million, you need 10 million. If you have 10 million, you need 100 million. There is no ending when it comes to greed because you are not after the wealth, but greed. You have no satisfaction. And believe me, peace of mind, be contented, and put yourself under the bliss of God. I think that will be the good in life. So people think this way. Do I have done my part being born to serve God? Of course, you
Ayan,
cannot answer that yes or
from
no.
Bilmon Kapanayan. Happy birthday, Sir Bert from Maharlika chapter. Batiin mo shoutout mo si Bilmon Kapanayan.
Oh, speaking of the Maharlika, good for you people. You are active and congratulations that you have your own fundraising and helping our kababayan. That is the good symbol of bayanihan because you don't have to wait that your blessing will be overflowing because if you have two, you could share to one. But if you have nothing, of course, you could just say thank you and God bless you. But if you could do something, you have to do it. You cannot just be watching people helping other people. You are not a politician in the Philippines. For now, you could only see in the media that the celebrities and the ordinary people helping people. But don't worry, next year will be a campaign period. Anything would happen, they will be all around.
Ayan, next sa muabati sa inyo ay from James. Happy birthday, Tata Bert. Hope you have a great one. Keep safe always.
Oh,
And
thank you. Okay, say, thank you. And also, Ray Angeli Geronimo, thank you for your greetings because sharing is, is greeting because sweet word, baby, comforting words like that makes you uh, alive and makes you content for the purpose of your existence here on earth. Here in Canada, you don't have to be overflowing of material things in order to share because it's very easy. Life here, we are very blessed that we have good enough. We could have a good jobs. We have a good opportunity in our occupation because we are the most demand labor all over the world, and we share whatever we have. We are the, our family in the Philippines are so dependent on us. They may have become for life, but still they will be needing more because they think you are good here in here and overseas that Life is just money picking all around, and they are always waiting for more and more. But it's up to us
All
to
right.
maintain and subsidize these persons of our family. Yes, Jonathan?
Next na bumabati po sa inyo ay from New Zealand, from Monske Soriano. Happy birthday po from New Zealand. Ingat po kayo dyan. Yan. At
Oh,
sino yung
thank you.
may gustong umakyat? May link po dyan.
Hmm.
At batiin nyo po ng live si Tata Bert, ang ating birthday celebrant ngayon.
Okay, I'm listening. Ba?
Yeah, and also
Lot Gypsy, ang Ray, ang hero mo, Sarial Pastrana. Oh, this is my grandchild.
yan, Cereal Pastrana.
Yeah, that is my grandchild.
Oh, batiin mo.
Okay, Sarial, are you there? Are you on the air? Okay, maybe he just watching on his cell phone. Yeah, in fact,
Imbitahin mo sila, Tata Bert, na i-like ang iyong YouTube.
okay.
I'll
Okay, there are lots of them. Yeah, I have 11 grandchild in the Barcadas. Uh, they are all underlined.
Ito, may bumabati pa sa inyo from Kaping Barako. Tata Bert, that's what I learned from this pandemic. Appreciate what we have and enjoy life. That's from Kaping Barako. Sabi din niya, good morning Tata Bert. Happy birthday po. Tata Bert, wish you all the best. God bless po. Yan, shoutout mo si si Kaping Barako at saka si Lot Games. Tata Bert, that's what I learned. Okay, tapos tayo dyan.
This is God's will, the pandemic, because people are forgetting what they are, the purpose of their existence here on earth. So God is giving us a lesson to awaken our conscious that you are not just to eat to live or live to eat. We have some obligation. So time and again that this is a lesson for us to be generous, share what we have since God has shared is blessings to us. So when you are blessed, we are a little bit comfortable, share. That is the most important thing for existence. And you feel happy, you feel comforted, you feel relief that you have given something for your kababayan. Because bayanihan and the relief, because for now, especially in the flood victims in the Philippines, they need material things. Praising good deeds is not enough. Material things first because they have to be alive in order to be comfort of a spiritual and civic anything in his life. Yes, I had. I could see here
Yeah.
Jello. Who's that? TC. Who's TC? Kanikitsua po kayo.
From
Kanikitsua
Jello
po
po tayo.
diwa. Yo, well, Yawi. Who is Jello?
Jello, sabi niya, happy birthday, Tata Bert.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
dear. Mm. Yeah, I think so. That means that makes me known a little bit for these people. Mm.
Yes,
Konnichiwa.
imbitahin mo rin silang i-like ang iyong page, ang iyong YouTube na Alberto Abiera. Search nyo lang, Alberto Abiera. Follow nyo, subscribe nyo at magiging regular po na gabi-gabi, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 10 a.m. Manila time. Magla-live po si Tata, magkukwento sa mga niyang experience
So
sa...
they have heard you what you are saying. I don't have to repeat that, but this is really important. In order for me to survive in this show, you have to subscribe, like, and share. Maybe
Yes.
my speech is not spontaneous. Because I am just learning, and of course I'm not used to this fishing the audience even remote, but maybe sooner or later I could be uh, fluent and express well whatever we want. With
Imbitahin po
your help,
ninyo sila Tata na umakyat. Sabihin mo, akyat kayo, may link dyan at kausapin nyo ako kung may tanong kayo na live.
so they cannot hear you that.
Yes, you can hear, but imbitahin mo sila.
Okay, mga kababayan, for
Akyat
me to
kayo.
survive in this show, I really needed your backup. To support me is just to subscribe and like and up, so I could be sooner I could be famous like anybody else, but I don't want to be famous. I just want to be active like anybody else. I want to share whatever you want, and we would like. I'm inviting you to speak up whatever you want, so you could express yourself also. Here is my godson, William Passion. Thank you, Willie. So just pass the word, and Maharlika chapter, congratulations for your greetings, and God bless everybody.
Yan, bumabati din si Inaro from Philippines. Maligayang kaarawan, Tata Bert. Saludo
Oh,
po.
Inaro, okay.
All the
Oh, here,
blessings.
here's another one. Here's my God's my grandchild. That's Christine Pastrana. Thank you, Christine. That's all. Spread the word.
Abangan
Like
nila,
it,
10 a.m.
and
Manila time.
mm, who is Brad Noipi? Brad Pidoy. Happy birthday
Batiin
to
mo.
Samuel.
Shout out, Brad Noipi. Batiin mo.
Na, sincerely, my friend, Alfred, happy birthday po. More blessings. Thank you. Christine, that's my grandchild. So, Christine, where is my grandchild?
Bitahin mong umakyat. Kamu umakyat siya.
Okay. If you want to speak, akyat, that's the word.
Akyat.
Akyat
May
lang. If
link.
you want to speak something, if you want to say something, say it in a vocal. Because this is a live show, so you could speak up. You must have your microphone in your cell phone. You have your laptop. You could do that. So that's it. Maybe next time I
Yes,
prepare
Tata Bert.
something.
Ano bang pinagkakabalahan mo ngayon na nandyan ka lang sa bahay?
Well, I never stay idle. Even here at home, if I'm not cooking, I'm having my exercise. I'm reading. Of course, I have do a lot of reading, and of course, watching TV with and the uh, TV games like computer games, and of course that casino, which is very relaxing.
Ayan, si Belmon Kapanayan, aakyat daw si Sir Willie.
Okay,
Ah,
that's good.
Sir Willie, may link po dyan, yung StreamYard. Paki-click mo lang yan, tapos sundin mo yung instruction.
Which one should I click? Screen. Okay.
Hindi po, hindi po. Hayaan mo lang sila, aakyat yan. Ginaguide natin sila para makaakyat sila.
Okay. So you do it.
Antayin lang natin na makaakyat sila.
Yes.
Yan pong link, yung link. Scroll up nyo lang. Ipopost namin uli yung link para makita ninyo. At ito, shout out to TC143, Mami. Mami Merlinda Biligas, Nay Brad, Noipi, Bro. Yan po tayo, basahin nyo po yan, yung dito sa gilid. Nakita nyo yung nag-shout out.
Shout out. Mami Merlinda Villegas, Noipi Brothers, Christine Pastrana, ito ba? Shirley Afad, Inar Bru, James Sixi, Boys Kaping Barako, Riangelo, Jeronimo Bro. Wow, dami na nila. Okay. So put it down. If you have something to say, I would appreciate it. At least that will help me develop my speaking talent, because for me, I'm not good talker, and I'm a good listener. I cannot be a critic either, but I could say mistakes, but I would rather keep it to myself. Because if you see mistake of others, 10 people will say, I have a lot of mistakes than others. So I better keep it to myself whatever I see, because I am not that perfect. So why should I correct others?
Okay, we move on to our show. Una natin topic ngayon. Noon, Tata Bert, gaano ba kadali pumunta sa Canada? Noon.
Noon, actually, I don't go direct Canada. I was a cab reporter in Manila Chronicle after graduation from UST. So I was a cab reporter, and I met a government officials like a Filipino senator. They call it senator. Actually, in our village in the Philippines, we call it barangay tanod, or a councilor in the city, but they call it city senator. So I was recruited as the man Friday of Senator Oscar Delfin. So if you know what is man Friday, I was a speech writer, a ghost writer, and so because Guam is just a small island with only 10,000 people, maybe less, that at that time. So, and the population there, majority are Filipinos. So I was hired as a, so I stayed there as a contract workers, but eventually I managed to get my green card, and after getting my green card, I moved to US from California up to New York, because at that time life is very easy. If I run out of money, I could enter any printing shop because I have knowledge and the printing. So I could easily get job and enjoy myself and move around from state to state until I reach. Upon reaching New York, somebody invited me that why don't we go to see Niagara? Well, of course, I know Niagara, but all the while I was at that time, even though I was a college graduate, but I was still uh, so innocent that kind of Niagara was a part of the United States. When in fact it is only half, and the other side is Canada side. But so and lifestyle, nightlife is much better in Montreal because in New York at that time only up to 1 o'clock the all night clubs and bars are closed. So we we hop into from New York to Montreal. There was no actually there was no immigration at that time because I only have my green card and nobody even asked me what's my purpose, but we just move around. You ask me, of course, where you going? I said, it's in Catherine. We're St. Catherine, so it's in Montreal. So we moved out. So life was really good here and at that time. Everything is easy. So when I ran out of money, I asked the immigration, Canadian immigration, to extend my stay here. So the immigration asked me, why you have to extend? So you like it here? And said, yes. Why don't you stay? Why don't you apply as an immigrant? So that's what I did. Just apply. So when I was there already working, still so many companies that knew that I was new and you started a life here and they are still offering. And at that time, life is really easy. You could get any job you want. The and most Filipinos here who are uh, not well established yet, they started as most of them as the caregiver and of course the what you call somebody working in the hospital. So, but for me,
Nurse.
yeah. So I have for me since I have my skill in printing, that's easy. Basically, I just work in the printing press and eventually I stayed here for a while and few years later, I established myself since I already got my landed status. And after the 3 years, I got my citizenship, and that's it. Everything goes smoothly, and I may not be like others because not what I am. I am what I am, so achieve what I want because I don't bother
Eh,
too much of myself.
sa ngayon, madali na bang pumasok sa Canada?
Sa kanya, no, now it's quite hard now because so many uh, countries that will wanting to get, especially because whether we like it or not, the Canadian government would prefer the Caucasians because any moment that there will be an applicants who would like to immigrate to Canada, the paper will be easily processed. When in fact in the early 80s or in the 90s, when there was a revolt in Europe, those who would like to move Canada, they are still under terminal airport. Their papers are already complete. They have their apartment, they have their hotel, they have their allowance already reserved, but not to the Asians. I remember in the early 80s or when this both people came in. Lucky for this Vietnamese people, They are both people, but actually they are the moneyed people. They have the finances because they were rarely screened hard, but they survived. Unlike Filipinos who just were very easy because through sponsors. Actually, in early 670s, these people who'd like to move here, like because like the seafarers, because at the pier at that time, there is no custom there when uh, our Filipino seamen arrived in the port. They just phoned me. I went to the pier and picked them up, and that's it. There's no immigration at that time. So life was not very easy. So no wonder that these people are here. I could not name names, but eh, if somebody would ask, they would easily accept it and admit it, and they are happy about it. So I could say that I help a lot, like not only seafarers but also caregivers. At that time, when the caregivers move in Montreal, because they don't know the place and they don't know how to spend their free time at weekends. So I was staying at Golden Ace above the sari-sari stall. So every weekend, lots of Filipino girls were there to spend their weekend until such time they are familiar with the city and the activities of the Filipinos. So, and most of them intermarriage with the settlers who, because the Filipinas, our caregivers were easily, could get easily landed status, while the settlers who just arrived a week or two, they want to stay. So I told them, want a shortcut for the Filipina, and maybe, who knows, they'll be good forever. So actually they did. And most of them are really successful now. I could see my several godsons I have. Those are the products. So I could say to myself, I've done my part. I share and happy what I have done. Those persons whom I extended help could
Ayan, mabati sa iyo
actually
si
defend.
Malu Bailey ng happy birthday.
Malo Bailey, from where are you? Kaping Barako. Oh, I see. Is that in Montreal? Mm. Yeah, we have Capibaraco here in Montreal.
Yan po ang
Thank you,
screen name
baby.
niya. Screen name yan, Kaping Barako.
Okay.
Screen name.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So, if you have something to say draw a line or speak up on the microphone.
Yes, inimbitahan natin na umakyat na. Sino yung gusto mong umakyat na gustong magtanong?
Yes, I am not familiar with this yet, but as Jonathan said, if you have something to say, I will be glad to listen to you. Maybe we could share the ideas and opinion that will be suitable for our community. Maybe we could, if you want to make a suggestion, what should we be done to our community? Because in fact, it is very important that our community is the third largest ethnic here in Montreal. We could make or break any politician. And best of all, even the politician are asking us, why could we not join the mainstream by participation. Be active in politics because be the lawmakers. Let's pass the law of the city. What is needed for our beneficial to our community? What will be a good contribution of our community to the development of Canada's multicultural. So, by keeping silent is not helping. Speak up, maybe. If you could be actively participate in any activities, it will be more welcome because our presence in any activities of the government, that means helping not only political situation but economic because your participation is economic development and political situation that will improve our image here in Canada. Please go up, speak up, and maybe, if not today, maybe next time. Prepare your question, prepare your what you would like to say. So likewise with me, I have to prepare because for now, I'm very incoherent. The subject is going up and down or anywhere else, but no guidelines. But I have to prepare myself next time. So likewise, with your help, we could make these things happen smoothly to the benefit of our community. We need to improve our participation in our civic organizations, especially in our political setup in the city hall. The government of City of Montreal is asking us, we have a big community. Why could we not share your ideas? Why couldn't we actively ask the government what we need? We cannot just wait and tell the government what we have to do. Because if I remember right, in the early 70s, you know how precious that bagoong in Dilis was. We have to keep our bagoong, even balot. We have to secretly bring it over. But the government asked us, what food do we need from our native country? So we say balot, we say bagoong, we say dried food. So the government made it because at that time in early 70s, those things are precious. And worst of all, at that time, we have when every time we made a call in the Philippines, it cost us money. By saying hello, how, yes, ma, yeah, it will cost us $250 because at that time it's a line and controlled by the operator. And I know one lady operator in Bell, Canada. He was just laughing. She was just laughing that he makes make fun of this Filipino calling because they are not making the right connection. They just want playing and making it ridicule. So those were the days we really bear those hardship because we love to talk, to hear from the voice of our family because we are really Filipinos are really closely knitted form of the society. So speaking of yesterday, those were the hardship of our Filipinos before, but economic wise was little bit well off. At that time, Canadian dollar is much higher than the US. Actually, when I arrived here, uh, it costs US dollar 20, dollar 25 to one Canadian dollar, which now is reverse. of course, but that's how it is. If the government is not well kept with the economy, something will be changing in our base dollar value. So the important now is you, young generation, because if we will not be active in this formation of the government, we will be dictated only and we will just be followers. But why can we not just speak up that this is what we want? And of course, it will be followed because you are already part of the government. So why don't we speak up and join? It's about time because we have a bad experience that our aspirants are only visible during elections. But community need more than that because we need politicians who are really concerned, not only during elections, but every movement of economy and every needs uh, of our merchants and businesses. You have to be consulted. Maybe you are not an expert, but we will learn together.
All
We don't
right.
want to pull it back, so we will help one another. Okay, Jonathan, come in.
So, imbitahin mo sila bawat gabi, 9:00 ng gabi, Eastern Time na panoorin ka, mag-imbita tayo ng bisita na makausap ka, sinong gustong umakyat.
Yes, that's what I want. Because let's exchange ideas. Because you don't want just to be fed. You don't want just to be dictated. You are not just a hole that you have to fill it up and fill it up. No, you have to speak up. You have your own independent mind. Because how will
Alright.
you know if you're not to open your mouth?
So, imbitahin mo sila na tumutok sa susunod na show mo.
Okay,
Yan.
so ladies and gentlemen,
Bumabati sa'yo si
thank you for
Philip
your
Binon.
patience. And we will succeed in this show with your help because for me, talking alone will not buy sponsors. Your participation is because when you are active and you needed more information and you want to express your own opinion, that is what the sponsors needed because you're exchanging ideas will invite sponsors because without participation, without there will be no customer. So customers, because if I am selling my car, I will not uh, I will not sponsor you if you have nobody, if you are alone. So success is unison, is good, is togetherness, is the compilation of ideas and personals who could bring up results to the businesses and the sponsorship of these activities. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll do the right thing that you will develop not only me but the community at large in our audience, which could give guidance to the development of our exchanging ideas. You could, whatever ideas you have, that could be shaped up because how would we know if your ideas is good if you just keep it to yourself? How will we do the good ideas when we don't see bad? Because we could only see good when there is bad something or none at all. So please join in and participate. Throw me in your question. If you don't want to be identified, fine. Just write it and text it, and we will read it for you, and we will get reaction from the listeners. Thank you. I hope I get through the message to whatever you want, and we could develop. And in the near future, we'll see the outcome of these conversations.
Alright, huwag
Thank
mong
you very
kalimutan na
much.
ipaalala sa kanila yung like, share, subscribe, at notify. I-like yung
Oh,
subscribe nila yung YouTube channel mo, Alberto Abiera.
okay. Repeat. Subscribe Bert Abiera YouTube channel. Like, post up. What else?
Share, Alberto
Share.
Abiera, yung YouTube mo.
When you are listening, just click immediately like, share, and post up, and everything will follow. So please, I'm waiting, and we'll hope that we could further this conversation, and we will be not tired of hearing me again and again, because maybe I'm so not so much coherent, because the subjects going up and down and nowhere, no guidelines. You could guide me, and we will be working together. Thank you, and good night.
Okay, so pasalamatan mo yung 11 million na naiwan na nanonood at saka yung mga manunood nito later at magre-review. Pasalamatan mo sila.
As what I said, you are the life of the show, because not me, I'm just an instrument. I may be starting this, but the success will be your participation. Your likes and dislike will make the difference. And so, post up, share, and subscribe. Let's
Okay,
make
paalam
this
na po
show
kayo.
a success.
Kaway sa camera.
Thank you very much. I-close ko na ito.